The NBA 2012-2013 season officially begins tomorrow. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let's start with this week on the 4th episode of NBA Weekly. We're going to get you ready for the regular season by looking back at some of the biggest names from free agency and trades, looking at a few teams that have shaken it up a little bit. First, I'm going to start with the Brooklyn Nets, who traded to get Joe Johnson from the Hawks. And this was after they had already re-signed Deron Williams and Gerald Wallace. And the Brooklyn now looks like they've got one of the best front courts in basketball. And they've got a proven head coach in Avery Johnson. I look for them to possibly start making some waves this season. I mean, I can't say for sure they get into the playoffs, but I think if they get healthy, they're definitely going to be in the top half of the NBA. And Ray Allen goes to the Miami Heat because obviously they needed three-point shooters. I mean, did you see the NBA Finals? I mean, they were lousy from beyond the arc. They could not hit a single three-pointer to save their life. They have no perimeter shooters on that roster. And the Celtics, they replaced Allen with Jason Terry. And speaking of Jason Terry, who came from the Mavericks, guess who else left the Mavericks? Jason Kidd. Went to New York. And so yeah, the Mavs, their season's looking a little bit they just keep looking worse and worse. Ever since that that they won that championship, they just keep declining. Who knows what they're going to do this year? They might not even make the playoffs. I'm hoping they don't because I hate them. I'm sorry, I'm a San Antonio fan. That's how it is. But anyways, moving on, we go to, of course, Showtime in L.A. Steve Nash and Dwight Howard joined Kobe in Hollywood, and everyone's already talking about them winning a championship. I'm going to point right back to the Heat and just talk about chemistry and how that can limit your team if you don't work well together. Because Kobe has worked with guys like Howard before, big name, big men. And, I don't know if Kobe's ever had a teammate like Nash before, but I think Nash is a good enough team player that he can bring it all together. I just, there's still the question of coaching. Every single season that Kobe has won an NBA title, he's had the same head coach, Phil Jackson, and that's not a coincidence. And so, they've got a decent head coach now, but he's not Jackson. I don't know if they're going to do anything this year, though I would not be shocked to see them in the top 3. But yeah. Anyways, we'll just see how it turns out. And more than anything else, the thing I wanted to talk about first was Jeremy Lin going to the Houston Rockets as a free agent. I mean, you all remember Linsanity in New York. The reason it's not the first story is because on Saturday morning, I read that negotiations had broken down and the Thunder decided to trade Sixth Man of the Year James Harden to the Rockets. And I'm very interested to see how this front court performs because, you've got two guys, who can seemingly score at will. And Harden, he was Sixth Man of the Year. It's hard to say how he'll perform if he is put in the starting lineup. It's just it'll be interesting to see. I think the Rockets definitely have some names now on that team. You can see them making some strides. I don't know if they're gonna really do anything this season. However, the Thunder, a lot of people say, well, no Harden, their season's in jeopardy. Nope, because there have been games where Westbrook and Durant have both have combined to score 90 points in the game. So as long as they have those two, I think the Thunder are still locks to make the playoff. They've got the defense of Ibaka, and Tebow should still be able to shut down a lot of people. And I will be interested to watch the Houston Rockets go up against the Thunder and to see how Harden does it going up against Tebow. And I think and Kevin Martin, he's actually a pretty good scorer. He's not, I guess he's not as known as James Harden, maybe not, but I think I've seen him play and he can provide some instant offense. I think he can be that same spark off the bench. I don't think the Thunder really lose anything with this trade except maybe money. I mean, I think they save money. That's probably about the only thing that really happened here, because James Harden was just looking for more money than they could offer. They only have so much cap space. They've already got so many superstars, and also they picked up some future draft picks, which has pretty much been the blood of this team. I mean, that's their bread and butter. That's their backbone. And I mean, look at all the guys that they drafted who are playing so well for them right now. I mean, I think this is a team that has improved with the trade and will only continue to improve as the years go on. And that's all I'm going to talk about for this episode. I mean, it's really interesting to look forward to some of the things that are going to be going on with the association. So, yeah, tune in next week when, after the NBA season started, I'll give you my reflections from the first week of the NBA championship, of the NBA 2012 season.